Oh, Hudson, don't tell me you chose a total stranger over your own mother. Oh, my heart is officially broken. You're being overdramatic, Mom. That stranger is my wife. But you chose her over me. What can she give to you that I can't? Are you really asking me that, Mom? Isabel is my wife, Mom. I got married to her, so her happiness and comfort are my utmost priorities. I breastfed you, Hudson. I catered for you until you became a full-grown man. Every mother does that. Stop making things difficult. Now I see why you sent me off on that 1-week vacation. You wanted me gone so that you could run away from the house with that witch wife of yours. That is called deception, and it is punishable by the law. You can't say you didn't give us a reason to run, Mom. You practically made our lives a living hell for the duration we stayed with you. We just had to move. What did I do that no other mother does? You're upset because I corrected your wife a few times? A few times? Mom, you were literally evil to Isabel. Each time she cleaned the house from top to bottom, you'd stain it intentionally just to spite her. You called her cooking trash when in reality, it's always a million times better than yours will ever be. Hudson! What? I'm only saying the truth. What mother knocks on her children's door when they're making out at 4 a.m? Why are you even awake at that time? I needed to be sure she was doing it well, Hudson. Your satisfaction means a lot to me. You walked in on her when she was naked and you didn't even apologize. You just said what you wanted to and left without even closing the door. That was the last straw, even for me. We had to leave. We are both women. There's nothing she has on her that I've not seen before. That is totally insensitive and condescending. Oh, please. I was only trying to show her the ropes. Her mother clearly failed woefully at it. You should not punish me for that. I trained you better. I'm disappointed in you, Mom. I'm disappointed in you more. Now give me your new address this instant. That's not happening. You need to get used to not having us around, because you might just never see us again. You just have to do all the wrong things in this marriage, don't you?
I don't understand. Last I checked, I wasn't married to you.
I've told you this several times. If you're married to my son, you're married to me too. Hudson and I are one and the same.
That would be the greatest lie you've ever told. Because Hudson is exactly the opposite of you. Besides, you haven't set eyes on me or contacted me in, 1 month? And I'm definitely sure Hudson would not want to speak to you again after what you did to us. So how would you know what I'm doing is right or wrong?
You never told me you were pregnant.
Oh, that. I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, let's just say I didn't think it was necessary to tell you.
So you were going to have my first grandchild without telling me? Whoever does that?
Me, apparently. But you ruined that opportunity for yourself, Selena. If you were not a bossy and authoritative mother-in-law who just wanted to poke her nose in everything we did as a couple, maybe you would be right beside me in this moment, watching your grandbaby grow in my tummy. On the flip side, though, I don't even want you to touch me with a 10-foot pole. Hudson and I are perfectly fine without you. Thank you very much.
Well then, get ready to divorce my son.
Huh?
You heard me right, Isabel. You're going to leave my son's house soon enough. I can bet on it. And when you do, I'll bring in a more competent woman.
You're confusing me right now, Selena. My husband and I are really happy together right now. What makes you think you can make me leave him just like that?
Jeez, can you see what I'm saying? You don't have any brains. You don't even understand the simplest things. You've been married to my son for 5 years without a child, Isabel. How do you think that makes me feel, knowing that I have a daughter-in-law who cannot have children?
OMG, Selena, I've explained this to you countless times already. I can have kids, all right? The thing is, Hudson and I did not want any help from anybody in raising our children. So we decided to suspend our parenting dreams until we were financially stable enough.
And that did not happen for 5 whole years? I thought you landed a high-paying job as a project manager for your company just 2 years into your marriage.
It's called marriage for a reason, Selena. If Hudson, as the man of the house, is not ready for children, it does not matter when I want to have them. We have to be in agreement about it.
Enough with your long and silly explanations. At least now I know you're not a barren fig tree. Huh. That's good news if you ask me. But one thing is for sure. If you don't give birth to a baby boy, you're going to leave my son, and that is final.
I don't know if it's real or if you're just faking it, but you always fly to new heights with your ignorance, lady. I cannot just decide to have a baby boy. As a woman, you should know this. I have only X chromosomes, and that means girl. But Hudson has boy and girl chromosomes. He needs to donate his Y to my X so that we can have a boy. If the pregnancy comes out otherwise, it would be Hudson's fault and not mine.
Shut your dirty mouth up, stupid girl. Enough with your biology lectures. What gives you the nerve to talk about my son like that? You're the bad luck charm. Anything that will ever go wrong in Hudson's life is going to be your fault and your fault only.
Either way, all children are blessings, Selena. Besides, we'll still have plenty of time to have more babies. So my duration in my legally wedded husband's house cannot be tied to the gender of our first child. You need to stop being delusional.
Hudson is a perfectly healthy man, born by a perfectly healthy mom. Naturally, he should make perfectly healthy sons. That said, if you end up having a baby girl, it is your incompetent womb that refused to sort through the X and Y chromosomes and pick the high-value Y variant. Just bear in mind that you will pay for any slip-ups.
The person who's talking seems to have forgotten that she's also a girl too.
What did you just say?
Nothing. You don't have to worry your pretty little head about this, Selena. You're not gonna know when the baby is born anyway. And even if you did, you don't know where we live anymore. So you really cannot do anything about my marriage to your son.
Don't push me to the wall, Isabel. You'll regret it.
You know, a friend of mine advised me to block your contact and get away from your silly antics. But then, I can't be that petty because I don't see you as a threat. All you can do right now is throw empty tantrums. We're literally cities apart.
You don't have the slightest idea what I can do to you if you cross me.
Okay then. Well, I'm willing to wait and find out. Good luck making Hudson divorce me if I give birth to a baby girl. And again, try to get some rest. You're clearly going berserk.
You haven't heard the last of this, Isabel. You will see my wrath.
Ugh, maybe I was wrong after all. I might need to go no contact with you. I guess it'd be best for both of us.
Hudson, my handsome, wonderful son. Your stupid wife blocked me on all platforms so I could not reach her. I had to call you instead. You can't possibly still be upset with Mommy now, can you? When are you gonna stop harassing and embarrassing my wife, Mom? This is the reason why I've been avoiding you recently. I know, but I've missed you so much. Don't try to butter me up. You nauseate me. You have to stop calling Isabel stupid, silly, and all those other nasty names. That woman just made me a father. She means more to me right now than you ever will. So talking rudely about her only makes me hate you more. I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams that a stranger would ruin the relationship I had with my beloved only son. Oh, my heart is broken. Will you stop being silly, Mom? We both know whatever has happened so far is your fault. You made my wife feel uncomfortable in her own husband's house. Any reasonable woman would want to move out from such a toxic environment. And as her husband, I made a vow to stand by her, which I must keep to. If anyone is a stranger right now, it's definitely you. Those are really hurtful things to say to your mother, don't you think? I thought all the bad blood between us would be dissolved by the arrival of a new addition to our family. Isabel just gave birth to a baby boy. Should we not be celebrating? Yes, but not with you, obviously. And you're grossly misinformed because we did not just have a baby. My son Kanye is 3 months old now. Damn it! I just knew Chantel was not current on the news. Wait, you were getting information from Isabel's aunt? I thought you did not like her.
Who was I supposed to talk to when you would not talk to me? That's besides the point. Anyway, now that the new addition to the family is here, let us let him foster peace and joy. Let us keep the malice aside and become one big happy family again. What do you think?
Huh?
I have a grandson now!
I guess Isabella's not as clueless as I thought she was. Mom!
Oh, fine. Pardon me, my darling.
The truth is, I have really missed you. We've not had any time to talk at all, since that silly girl stole you away from me. You really have to stop using those words on my wife if you want us to have any form of interaction.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me, now, would you?
Really? You're commanding me to forgive you? Is that how you try to patch things up with your estranged son and his family?
Whatever.
Isabel did not steal me away from you, Mom. I got married to her on my own accord. But you've tried severely to ruin our marriage with your obnoxious actions. Any woman would be disgruntled if there was someone watching her intimate moments with her husband, especially when that person is her mother-in-law.
Don't tell me you support her.
Why wouldn't I?
I am your mother, Hudson. Do I not deserve inside information?
Oh my God, Mom. You're totally disgusting. Let's not even talk about your continual discreditation of Isabel's efforts around the house. Thank goodness I listened to her and moved houses. Feels great to be far away from your prying eyes.
You both have disrespectfully deprived me of my rights as a mother for many months now, but not anymore. I called to say I would be coming over to visit my grandson, so tell your wife to get a room ready for me.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do. You want to trick me into giving out our address, right? That's not gonna work, though.
There's no point tricking you. I know where you live.
You're kidding.
It took $500 to get the info out of Chantal, but it was well worth it.
Holy cow! Well, Aunt Chantal is another relative we have to get away from ASAP.
That's your business and not mine. Anyway, I'll be on my way first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll be staying for a month. I need ample bonding time with my Kanye.
That is definitely not happening.
What? You're keeping me from coming to see my grandson? Do you realize I can have you sued for that?
Mom? What sort of BS is that? Sue me for preventing you from coming to my own house?
I'm gonna come to my son's house tomorrow, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it.
I'm the son you're referring to, Mom. Oh my God, Isabel was damn right about you. I should have just gone along with her and blocked you earlier. You're so freaking entitled and unhinged. Ugh. Sorry I missed your calls, babe. I was a little caught up at the gas station.
Hudson? There's a huge problem. I can't find Kanye.
What? Was he not with you when I left for work?
He was, but I can't find him anymore. For a second, I thought you may have mistakenly taken him along to work.
How on earth is that even possible?
I don't know. Nothing makes any sense to me anymore. I'm legit freaking out right now because I can't find my baby. I left him in his crib, in his room, to fetch something in the kitchen, and it was only for a measly second. Everything was in perfect position when I got back, but Kanye was gone. I need to call the police.
I don't think you should do that.
Why not? What if someone kidnapped my baby? I never take my eyes off my son. Never, ever. And the second I do, he's gone.
What am I gonna do now? Have you asked around? Like the neighbors or the security guys? Maybe they saw something. Kanye could not have moved that fast, unless he had some kind of superpower, Hudson. Someone took him. Where's my baby? Okay, I'm coming back home right now. In the meantime, it won't hurt to try calling my mom to see if she knows something. Selena? She doesn't know we live here. She couldn't have done anything to my child. Have you forgotten what I told you last night? She threatened to show up, even though I said not to. Isabel, did you forget to lock the doors like I asked you to? I locked the doors, Hudson! What about the windows? Wait, oh, the windows! I figured you'd call me eventually, Isabel. But I can't believe it actually took you 3 full hours to come around. You took Kanye, didn't you? What do you think? That I'll just watch you steal my son away from me forever without a valid comeback? Ha! You must really be out of your mind. How on earth were you able to find us? And why would you want to kidnap your own grandson? As I promised Hudson yesterday, I came to your house this morning. The doors were locked and there was no way to reach either of you, so I decided to go around the windows. And that's when I saw that you left your newborn baby all by himself. I did not leave him! I just went to change his bottle in the kitchen. It's the same thing. Oh, I guess I was right after all. You're so incompetent and useless that you cannot even take care of a little child. Now that is the last straw! Thankfully, the window was open, so I decided to climb in and just take him. You entered into my property without my permission and took the only one most important thing in my life. That's 2 whole counts of trespassing and kidnapping. You're a crazy woman and should not be with my baby all alone. You'll pay for this, I promise. Calm down, Missy. Kanye's in good hands. I'm his granny, remember? You're not his granny, Selena. Kanye has only one granny, and that's my mom. You'll get Kanye back, only after you've given me my son back, too. You tarnished my image before Hudson. You made him stop calling or sending me any money. You made him hate me. That is what I intend to do with Kanye. I did not make Hudson hate you, Selena. He saw for himself how much of a control freak you are and wanted nothing to do with you, all on his own. Besides, Hudson is not just your son anymore, Selena. He's my husband. The same goes for Kanye. He's not just your son. He's my grandson. We hold equal rights to him, just as we do with Hudson. You should have stopped our wedding if you knew you couldn't stand another woman having his full attention. Besides, I did not get married to him as an infant. You do not have the right to take my son from me. I'll get the police to come after you, Selena. Do you think I'll just take the boy and return to my old house, where you all know I live? Ha! You must really take me for a fool. Well, allow me to crush your hopes. Just like you, I have moved apartments, so save your gas. I took the very next available flight to my new place. You'll never set your eyes on Kanye ever again. So it was your plan to steal my son in the first place? Yes. Unless, of course, you agree to divorce Hudson and hand him over to me. You'll get what's coming, all right. And God save you if I don't find my son in a perfect, healthy condition.
Where are you, Selena? Your house is on fire.
My house? On fire? You're trying to trick me, aren't you? You don't know where I live anymore, much less if it's on fire or not. I know this is your smart move to get me to reveal my location. That's not going to work.
Sure, it took a while to find you, but thankfully just 2 days ago your location miraculously came on. We tracked you down to Everglen Springs. As a matter of fact, you're in a sporting goods store right now.
What? How is that possible? I made sure I turned off my location. Oh my god. I think your stupid child turned it on while fiddling with my phone.
If I were you, I'd watch what I say at this point, because any and every word that comes out of your mouth from now on will be used against you in the court of law. And second, it's very much like you to be careless. You're an old hag now, by the way.
How dare you speak to me like that?
I can speak to a criminal in whatever way I deem fit, okay? I should be asking you why you left my son all alone at home to go shopping. I met my child in a burning house full of smoke and ashes. You're lucky I got there in time. If anything happened to him, I would have killed you with my bare hands.
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm coming home right now! Don't take Kanye away from the house! Keep him right there! You can't have him until you give me Hudson back!
You think? I've taken my baby to the hospital to get his lungs checked and treated. Heaven save you if anything happens to my child. You'll rot in jail! As a matter of fact, you'll rot in jail whether or not anything happens to Kanye. The police are waiting outside your premises to help you to your new home. Behind bars, that is.
This is what I was saying about you having no brains.
Really? You still have the nerve to insult me after all that's happened. How unhinged can you get?
You just gave me a massive heads up. I won't be returning to that house. It can burn to ashes for all I care. You can't catch me now.
Your location is still on.
Oh, snap! The stupid thing won't turn off!
It doesn't matter if you turn it off or not, Selena. You're literally running in the direction of the spring in Everglen Springs. You're gonna get drowned inevitably.
I prefer to drown in the water than admit your victory.
Do you think I didn't come prepared? Every police officer in the city has a copy of your picture, so you'll be caught no matter how far you run.
They can't catch me now! I'm invincible!
Oh, the police have eyes on the target.
Oh no!
Whoopsie! You just walked right into my trap. Have fun behind bars, dear mother-in-law. Selena's wild and destructive shenanigans finally came to an end after the police apprehended her at Everglen Springs. She was detained behind bars and awaiting trial, which came like the dreaded whirlwind. She faced numerous charges, including negligence, kidnapping, arson, and most importantly, endangering the life of a child. Isabel's heart almost shattered that fateful day in court when Selena attempted to plead not guilty to all the charges levied against her. She went into an endless ramble about how Isabel started at first by stealing Hudson from her, but it was no use. If anything, her mindless rants drew the court's attention to the instability of her mental health. The evidence stacked against her left no room for doubt, and eventually, the gavel came down with a 20-year prison sentence. At first, it felt like a bad dream, but of course it wasn't. And before Selena came to grips with reality, she'd already spent a week behind bars. Her nightmare did not end here, though. The landlord of Selena's apartment in Everglen Springs also demanded compensation for his destroyed property. So Selena was definitely not coming out of this anytime soon. Meanwhile, Hudson and Isabel were happy and relieved to have their son back, and his crazy granny totally out of their lives. They focused on building a new and happy life, where all that mattered was their love and the health of their growing child. For this reason, Kanye grew up not knowing his grandmother. All the stories he heard about her seemed to be fabricated tales because, in his mind, nobody could be that cruel and unhinged. However, Hudson was the real winner here, having finally had a real taste of true freedom and peace, with the help of his darling Isabel, of course.